Hello, hello! It's Misha again, and welcome back to ShaTay Cookbook. St. Patrick's Day is coming, so let's make something green. Today's recipe is about a popular Vietnamese dessert called Fuji cake. It has a moist sponge cake inside and coated by a gelatinous glaze full of coconut and pendant flavor. It's not only a cute-looking cake, but also tastes so delightful. I'm not gonna let you wait any longer, so let's get started. First, we're gonna start with the sponge cake recipe. We need 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, a 1/3 cup of sugar, 3 eggs, 2 tablespoons of orange juice, 2 tablespoons of veggie oil, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. I carefully separated the eggs, then I start beating all the egg whites in the large mixing bowl with cream of tartar at low speed until foamy. Since egg whites are so delicate, so you need to start at low speed and slowly going faster. I highly recommend using cream of tartar or a few drops of lemon or lime to help speed up the process and stabilizing the egg whites so they won't collapse so quickly while mixing with other ingredients. Then I add a little of sugar at a time while increasing the speed so the sugar has time to blend in the egg whites. Please keep in mind to not add the sugar all at once at any point. The egg whites should be at room temperature and all the utensils need to be clean from oil or egg yolks because they would affect how the egg whites increasing in value. And keep beating at high speed until it gets to stiff peak stage. Stiff peak stage is when you lift off your whisk, the egg whites can stand on its own and hold the shape. At the slowest speed, I mix in the egg yolks until just combined. Then I sift in half of the flour at a time and start folding gently. To fold, you're passing your large, flexible rubber spatula through the middle of the mixture across the side and fold over the top. By doing this, you are incorporating all the ingredients together without causing deflation. Rotate the bowl and repeat. I am mixing orange juice, oil, and vanilla extract together. This is a heavier mixture that we cannot add it directly into the lighter mixture, so I stir in a little bit of cake batter to lighten it up. Therefore, when I fold it in, it won't break all the air bubbles. Fresh orange juice is added in order to achieve a cake that is moist with a nice texture. You can replace by the same amount of milk if preferred. Gently fold in half of the mixture at a time until just combined. Please try to do it as few strokes as possible because the more you fold, the more air bubbles would be broken, which make the cake become dense, not fluffy. With this recipe, I'm gonna steam the cake instead of baking, which is the original way of making Fuji cakes in Vietnam. I recommend using small bowls instead of a large one to get them done faster and more even. I actually prefer this mini-size Fuji cake. Then I pour the batter in oiled bowls to 2/3 of the height to leave some room for the cake to raise up. Next, I'm placing all the bowls in a hot steamer, close the lid, set it on medium-high heat, and steam for 25 minutes or until a wooden stick piece in the center comes out clean and dry. I have learned a trick of placing a chopstick on one side of the lid so all the water will slide to the other side without dripping on the cake. While waiting for the cakes to cool down, I'm preparing the coconut pendant glaze. I am having half cup of rice flour, 1/4 cup of tapioca starch, 3/4 cup of sugar, 1 can of coconut cream, 1/4 cup of fresh pendant juice, 6 tablespoons of butter, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/4 teaspoon of pendant extract, and some grated coconut for garnishing. This is the frozen pendant leaves that I bought at the Asian grocery store. They have a sweet and pleasant aroma, also known as Asian vanilla, which is widely used in either savory or sweet dishes. I am using a quarter of this package to fill half of the cup. Then I add in a quarter cup of water, just enough to blend it very well. Then I squeeze it out to get a quarter cup of fresh Pendant juice. I like this juice to be concentrated so the glaze won't be too watery. I always prefer using both fresh juice and the extract to get the best flavor and color of Pendant. In a large mixing bowl, I combine rice flour, tapioca starch, sugar, coconut cream, and fresh Pendant juice. Rice flour and tapioca starch will give the glaze a gelatinous and mochi-like texture. I like the rich coconut taste, so I highly suggest using coconut cream instead of coconut milk. Followed by vanilla and Pendant extract to get a nice green color and bolder flavor. Mix well until incorporated. Then I run the mixture through a sieve to catch the lumps. I start cooking the mixture on medium-high heat while stirring constantly. You will see it's getting lumpy, but don't panic, keep on stirring, it soon gets nice and smooth. Your arm could be really tired at this step as it's getting heavier, but we are almost there. Once you see there's air bubbles, it means the glaze is cooked. Then I whisk in the butter until incorporated. The glaze now would be thinner and shinier. It is smelling so good. When the sponge cakes are cool, I'm slicing them into even slices. Then I spread on an even layer of coconut Pendant glaze in between slices and over the top to cover the whole cake. If the glaze getting cool, which makes it hard to spread, you can reheat it for a minute or two before continuing. Isn't it looking so cute? When done, I sprinkle some grated coconut on top to make it look like snow because this cake is named after a famous mountain in Japan, Mount Fuji. If you are a big fan of coconut and Pendant flavor, you don't want to miss out on this delicate treat. Trust me. Thank you for watching our video on how to make Fuji cake. I hope you enjoy. And until next time, bye! Happy St. Patrick's Day!